celestial beings. You're not alone. There is hope.
Blue babba dee dabba dabba dee dabba dabba dee dabba I'm blue
this
dabba
me?
dee dabba dabba dee dabba 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 dum.
What is the first song you remember that gave you that like '90s feeling? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
You remember in
Might you clarify?
like when I was a little kid and like coming up in like my first days of consciousness, when like the '90s was still like the culture was still huge.
The
on TV.
raging 90s.
And you would see like Spy Kids or like movies like that, and they'd have these songs in them. I think my first memory of like that vibe, if you know what I'm talking about, is that making noise?
No,
Okay.
I'm just checking.
One of them does. I want to make sure we don't do that. Mine was dee ba dee ba do do dee ba dee ba do. You know what I'm talking about?
What is that?
You know,
No.
I do. I
Yeah.
know it, but I don't know what I know it from.
I saw a movie called See Spot Run when I was a little kid, and they were like destroying some like pet store or something, and that song is playing. And I just remember like loving that song, and it makes no sense like why it's so good, but it just has that '90s kind of like fuck it, we're gonna make whatever we want kind of culture. Like they figured it out in the '80s. Like '80s seems like they took way too many risks. Like there are some ridiculous decisions with movies, music,
Yeah.
everything in the '80s, and then the '90s, they're like all that ridiculousness got like compressed into just the good stuff. And that's the first thing I think of. Like when I die, that might be like the first thing I see and hear. It like runs you through your whole life.
No.
Dee ba dee ba doo doo. Well, what the fuck's up, everybody? We are Celestial Show episode 38, which means we're professionals now. We should be at 52.
Yeah.
I thought about that. I was like, what a disgrace. But I think when we first started, we were slow, and in the past 2 months, we've been like really slow about this. So apologies to everybody out there, but we're getting back on track here.
Quality over quantity.
Quality. Yeah, and we got other shit to do, man. I can't wait to hire a producer for this. Like, how cool would it be just to show up? I mean, I say that. It sounds egotistical, but like genuinely, like if I could show up and there's just someone here, like a buddy, I might just train Mike. We just
Dude, yeah.
AI trained Mike.
Oh, dude, that'd be so nice. Like, yo, Mike, we'll give you a whatever $50 to produce
A Starbucks gift card. A F45 gift
an
card.
F45 gift card. He would love that. But yeah, Warren's joining us today for those listening and not watching.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you. And then Flo, and then a very drunk, drugged up mess of a human might show up later named Mike. He might be dead sober, but I always like to give him the image. Just guest of the pod.
He's our grizzly bear.
He is, yeah. By the way, this is cool. We didn't talk about this last time. So I went up to Sequoia National Forest,
Oh, yeah.
saw a bear.
How was it?
Whoa.
It was actually kind of a little nerve-wracking. I don't want to be that guy who's like, I saw a bear. It was so scary. Like, I'm not that guy. But I was, when I saw that bear, I was like, that's close.
What color?
Yeah.
It was brown, but it's a black bear. Like, it wasn't like a grizzly, obviously. They're not there. But, like, it's a decent-sized black bear that looked brown. And I was like, holy shit. Like, and there was this really, we'll say, she was super cute. Like, it was like a very attractive girl, like, in front of me. Like, so the way it happened was, because I had to act tough. This is, like, all part of it. So, like...
Just like with the cockroach.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need to talk about that. That was a dull moment. But so Mike and I are like chilling on this rock off this trail, and I see like a deer, and it's so quiet, like complete silence in the forest up there, the redwoods. And I'm like, this is so serene. I'm eating like a bag of like trail mix. I'm like, I'm a real hiker.
Oh, yeah.
You
I'm
know?
a hiker, buddy.
Yeah, take me anywhere today. Yeah, these feet, these paws right here, they'll take me anywhere. And so I'm like, I'm ready to hike like 20 miles today. We're like maybe 5 miles in or something, like early, like late morning. And I see this deer pop out. And he's like running. We kept seeing like marmots, like, you know, those little things. You ever see that video? It's like, what's he yell? He's like, Evan or Kevin.
Yeah, voiceover.
Kevin. Yeah. I kept seeing those everywhere, and they were so funny. You'd see them, and they would just freeze on a rock. And like they'd be like, I am a stone. Just like hide from you. And I was like, I was eating it up, man. I'm like, this is the greatest fun I could have. So after that beautiful moment, we start cruising down the trail, and I see like a girl like just standing on the other side of this tree, and she was just like standing still. I was like, oh, okay, well, like, I'm not gonna say anything, make noise, because maybe she's like trying to take a picture. I couldn't see the other half of her, and I walk around and I see her, and I like, look over her shoulder, and it's just a fucking bear, dude. Like maybe 25 yards away, like close, you know.
Holy fuck.
And if it wasn't for Mike, I probably would have been more nervous because Mike's just like, oh, sick.
In the classic Mike fashion.
And like, he's just like, dude, he just wants his berries, bro. Like, it just totally like chill Colorado boy, knows how that shit works. And he starts like, the bear's like rummaging around. It's like so cool. It's like a big dog. You know, they're just like, and so he like runs over to the other side, but there's like hikers on the other side. Like, so you could tell like he was going to go right into those hikers.
Oh.
And that's when I got like nervous because I was like, oh my God. Like if someone freaks out, scares it, maybe swipes with a paw, you know, like a paw swipe from a bear.
Boom.
Yeah, dead. Like, or it would hurt. It would really hurt you bad. And then all of a sudden I just hear this very strong female voice like, hey, bear. Like clapping, hey, bear. Hey, bear. Like just like, really like increasing intensity. And then you just see the bear start cruising the other way. Like he's just moseying around. It was so cool. And then like a deer ran out. But I mean, it was just like such an incredible experience. Like we forget how close we are to. I mean, we saw it in Death Valley. That was like a 4-hour drive. But this is like 2.5. We have to go up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a bear recently with my family, kind of similar situation in the woods. And dude, you hear about black bears and smaller bears and, you know, like fight back. But this one was probably average size. I don't know, maybe even small. And it came right up to the fire. I mean, it was like maybe 1 yard away, 2 yards.
Whoa.
Yeah. And my uncle did the same thing. Like he grabbed the metal fire thing and was like waving it around. Hey bear, hey bear.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy, like 6'2", 6'3", you know, over 200 pounds for sure. And this bear was unfazed. Just wanted our s'mores, bro. And like it was my dad and him, and they're huge guys, and we're all standing up like, hey, bear! And it's just like smiling at us, like that kind of dog like smile, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, food. We could have done nothing. Like, if it wanted, we would be done.
Yeah.
We'd be toast. And I think
got those s'mores, dude.
yeah, he got some s'mores, and my uncle just kind of like tossed some of those like little rocks in its direction, and it just kind of like wandered off.
They are cute.
They are very cute. They are shaped like friends. And
Dude, to keep it on nature, I watched a documentary last night about this girl who like is obsessed with sharks, and she swims with like great whites and like holds onto their fin and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
a
my
that's a
God.
psychotic thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like respect to her. Like that's an unbelievable, and she's gorgeous too. Like straight up like model, and so she like uses that to build this fan base. Obviously,
Damn.
like, but she's like almost. I don't want to say like autistic because I don't know. I'm not that, you know, doctor or anything like that. But she has that like soul focus thing where someone like all they think and talk about is that one thing, which is kind of me with Celestial. But I have to get around in life, so I you know, I make it work. But we're watching it, and I'm just like people are so diverse. Like who the fuck would think of all the human beings, there's someone who like is able to swim comfortably with fucking great white sharks.
Yeah.
And the whole documentary, I'm just waiting for like. Her interview stops, and they're like,
Oh my God.
they got her, dude.
Big otter.
I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine.
that's scary.
Yeah, super. Well, back to music. Warren, we didn't get to talk to you about the Licorice Pizza Show. I know we've kind of talked, but what'd you think, bud?
I enjoyed it. It was a great evening. Yeah, I told you a little bit, but I'm just really proud of you for putting everything on and just making consistent great nights happen. But even after hearing a little preview, it definitely sounds even better than I remembered. I don't know if I was just in my head, but I mean, overall, it was a great night. But I just remember having some second thoughts about my playing. But hearing it, it's really, really great.
I mean, I think you guys are just at the level where you perform so much and you're so comfortable doing it that maybe when something doesn't feel perfect, they're as fun. And also, there's that, and this can be it. I'm guessing, but. I remember maybe like the third show we played or something. Like after a couple of them, I stopped getting like that feeling after where you're just like complete rejoiced because you're not nervous anymore or anything. So maybe it was just like kind of, it felt more normal. It was just like, okay, another Celestial Show kind of thing.
Sure.
But I thought you guys, I mean, you flow afterwards. You're like, oh, dude, like I sucked, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like hearing the mix. I'm like, Dude, Flo played his heart out, dude. Like, you played so well. Warren, you were on point. The synth patches you were using were, like, so fun. And I can't describe the confidence I had, like, going in because you guys were there. Like, I appreciate you saying, like, that I set it up and stuff, but I really didn't have to do that much. Like, it was just really the right place, right time, right people. And then we showed up and did our fucking thing. And
also, they helped a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were like a nice venue to play for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake's supposed to come on next week.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no
told
way.
me, yeah.
Yeah, though he got sick this
What a
week.
lad.
We'll see. Yeah. I'm waiting to see if we get the video, or if we have to edit it, I'll just have Tom do it. Tom did,
Yeah.
so for those listening, Tom is our good friend. I've nicknamed him in the past the Big Blue Ox, which
Blue Ox.
has gotten back to him. He's so fucking funny. Love you, Tom. You're the best. But he's edited our music video and then the virtual performance as well, so we might have to send it to him.
Yeah, Lino told me that he couldn't open the file. Like, he needed, like, a software or something.
I'm sure, dude. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I don't know, like, anything about video. I don't know anything about files and stuff. I don't even know how it works.
It's way harder. It's the same thing to me. I mean, folks listening, you probably could tell me I'm an idiot, but, like, to me, I look at it the same way I look at, like, mixing music. It's like that level of like, oh, I think I can do this. And then you start doing stuff and you're like coloring and you're like, it's like your first time EQing. You're like,
Yeah.
wait,
Everything is overdone, like 1,000,000%.
It's like, why is everything green? I don't understand. But dude, they were so cool that Jake even texted me that day. I was like, yo, what kind of lights should we put up for Celestial? I was like, oh, here's the album cover. Like, use these. Like, they took such good
That's
care
so
of
cool,
us.
yeah.
We were rock stars. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I felt. Like,
Yeah, little interview before and stuff.
Yeah.
That was
I
so cool.
bro, the biggest insult would be if they just never put it out.
No.
Like, we've talked about it twice on here, and I'm just like, oh, man. Like, yeah, sorry. Like, can we get that? They're like, no.
No.
We thought you guys were actually much more developed than you are. Like,
Damn.
we didn't do our research.
You guys are underdeveloped.
No. That was awesome. And you guys did so well in the interview. I feel like having a podcast helps, like us doing
Yeah,
this.
practice.
That's
yeah,
how it felt.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
When she asked me the first question, I started getting kind of nervous. I don't know why. And I was like, come on, John, you do this all the time. Like, fuck.
What was the first question? I don't even remember.
Oh, like, what does Celestial stand for? Or, like,
Oh, yeah.
how did
Creating
this...
living sounds through life. Love.
Yeah,
Love.
there you go. It's so funny because now when I post stuff on TikTok, by the way, TikTok has, I figured some things out. I have some opinions about TikTok that I want to talk about. And I think a lot of people who make music can benefit from this. So I'll get into that first. Like, Celestial, I have to over-explain it. That was my whole point. But so what I noticed when I first started doing TikToks, and just like every 10th would get like 30 likes or something, or maybe more. Like, we'd have some that would kind of do well, but like views would just be abysmal all the time. And I was always switching things up. You're trying to figure out like what's going to make sense for you to stay genuine, but also like you fall for these traps. And the traps exist because everyone out there like is trying to hack the system. Which is like, you ever hear people say this, like, oh, dude, like I post nonstop, like I release all this music and just no one fucking listens. It's like, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, your music isn't good, you know, because that's like totally up to taste. You know what I mean? But maybe there's something that you're not connecting with in yourself that nobody can connect to. Like, there's a separation in the genuineness of what you're doing. And some people are able to get around that. They'll post stuff like stuff that triggers engagement. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like really unique hooks and things like that. But I was trying to kind of find ways to do that with Celestial. And dude, this is so funny. So I posted this one and I was like, fuck it. Like, I had 20 minutes of free time. I had a cool picture. I just put it up and it said, it's like this if you think the world needs good rock music right now. And it got one comment, and it said, make it as good as Oasis. Bro, I was like, go fuck yourself. It made me laugh. It was like, touche. But like, and so I started thinking, I was like, well, what am I watching on TikTok? Like, all I'm watching is people describing, like, my algorithm is, for some reason, this is how you grow on TikTok. Or like, make sure you're doing this. If you're doing TikTok algorithm just changed. You have to know about this stuff. It was all these like how to grow on TikTok. I'm like, what a sad fucking world I'm living in. Like, everyone thinks they can just make it on TikTok. Everyone thinks they can make it as a band. I think that's a bit more genuine because music is, again, it's so up to the listener. Like, you can find an audience for pretty much anything. So you can make, you know, dog shit production, but if it comes from the heart, you know, maybe there's people out there who love that. You can make I mean, there's like white supremacist music that is popular.
Yeah.
You know, like so you can really make music about anything, and if you find your crowd, it'll work. But on TikTok specifically, I like had this revelation. I was like, okay, like for some reason I'm surrounded by this at all times, and it's making me sick. Like seeing all these videos, and then like it would sprinkle in like alien conspiracy shit, which I like eat up. I was like, yeah, dude, give me more of that. Like, and then I realized it was like I think I looked up a Front Bottoms video. And they're older, like they've had their career, like they're still kicking ass, but like they're not trying to grow at
Break
the rate.
through,
yeah, like they've already broken through. And my God, their performance is sick on some of the things they post. But I noticed it was so genuine, obviously because of that reason. And then so I started liking their stuff, and then I started seeing all these indie, like very genuine TikTok like accounts that weren't anything like what I was seeing. They weren't like these little tricks. They're like, we're just a band and our dream is to tour the world. If you're liking this song, like give us a like and a follow. Like all that stuff, which I think has its place for sure. But what I started noticing was a lot of success being made by people who are just doing genuine stuff, playing acoustic, not worrying about too many things, like just being themselves in a way that is exactly aligned with any indie band, including Celestial. And I was like, it made me feel so good because I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I've been chasing the wrong thing this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just started TikTok.
You had a great one the other day.
What was it?
The one you did for the, shout out Longface
Oh, yeah.
with Aristotle Jones, FM Experiment. Incredible song. Check it out. FM Experiment featuring Aristotle Jones, Longface. Listen to it. It's a really good song.
It's a cool song, yeah. We had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, like I just started, and I actually like it more than Instagram right now. So I spend like 0 minutes a day on it. Literally. I just go, press the plus sign, put the unedited, like iPhone video of me playing drums, and just post it. And it made me go back to the feeling I had in the very beginning that I had Instagram. That I just, I was just there, and I was just posting myself playing drums. Because in the beginning, I was like so anti-social media when it started. I just like it didn't tickle my pickle, Like
Same. I was a ghost for a long time.
It didn't attract me. And then one day my friend was like, bro, you have to do it. And I was like, you know what? I'll just like use it as like an accountability system for me to see like what I'm practicing, like feedback myself, And I was doing that. And of course, no one really cared. But I liked it.
Yes.
And so now on TikTok, I'm just doing that. Like I just go, I put my phone, and I just like practice for like 5 minutes.
Because that's who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's what's
I just
so
don't
cool.
care.
But dude, I love you as a person. Most people who meet you like are like, wow, Flo's really cool. Like, you know what I mean? So if you just put that out there, like people fuck with that, and that, especially as an indie band, like bring it back to Celestial as like relating the conversation, because that's who you are. You're a drummer, producer. This is what you do with your life, and you're very good at it. And so putting that out there makes a lot of sense. And I understand, like maybe if you were to do like an ad for producing, and that's like kind of funny. It's very you. Like you have to put your marketing chops together every now and then. Like if we have a show, like I'll do stuff like that from now on. But as an indie band, like we're an indie band. What is an indie band? It's like friends who are willing to do this for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So how do you represent that? And who are you? And that just made me so much happier. Like I literally like feel like a weight is off my shoulders because I was like, why am I not attracting like things? Like every now and then I get like, it's like playing a fucking slot machine like on TikTok. You're like, I put in $20 this time. I better win. You know what I mean? Like you put all this time into it, and then you put in a quarter and you win like $500, and you're like, oh, I gotta play again.
Play again.
That's how TikTok felt. But now it's same kind of thing. And like, I think a lot of people need to look at it that way. It's like the world is not meant to be like the world of social media or whatever you want to call it now. It's like algorithm media or like whatever, like media. It's just media, really. Because it used to be just social, like your friends, you talk to them, whatever. It's not that anymore. It's like it makes you mad, it makes you happy. Today I watched 10 minutes of veterans seeing their friends for the first time in like 10 years. And like, why? But I was like emotionally affected by it. I was like, God, dude, they got me. They got me good. Meta is controlling me 100% right now. But I think a lot of people could focus on like, what was MySpace? Which I never even had one, but like Facebook and YouTube in the beginning, all these things, what made them great was like people making things they genuinely cared about for the sake of making it good. You know,
Yeah.
And I do think that is what most people are hungry for. Like, if you're a normal person, you're not seeing indie bands being like, "Oh, hope we blow up." You know what I mean? Like, how, and maybe every now and then, but like, I think for me, I'll see a dude singing a song and like 1 out of 50 times I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, what is this?" And I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's something I would put out there for people to really, really focus on, and I'm going to continue to focus on.
Good man. It's also like it ties into the conversation we had the other day with Neil about like kind of like the creative direction of the band.
Yep, that's the other thing I want to talk about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I brought in, I put in my professor glasses.
Bro, full blown presentation. Me and Neil were like sitting in our chairs, all of a sudden like 5 feet smaller than we are. Like, okay, I don't know,
Dude, no, but the most fucked up thing was, do you know who Weezer is?
Yeah.
Flo didn't know who Weezer was.
Oh, really?
I mean, I heard about them, but I just never listened to it.
Yeah, I thought for sure, when I was thinking of how to start that like little talk, I was like, okay, what's a band they probably know? I was like, Weezer. And Flo's like, I don't know Weezer.
I don't know.
And Neil's like, pork and beans? And you're like, no, I have no idea. But anyway, so like what I did is I brought in like one of Ellie's like big notepads she has. Because I noticed with like this whole, is that your phone?
No.
It's yours, bro.
Is it really mine? No, it's not.
Is it mine?
Oh, it is mine. I'm so sorry, audience. Audience, I'm so sorry.
Audience.
God, what an
Chat.
What an annoying guy. He's got his phone going on. How popular is he?
Talking about indie people. Blah, 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 blah,
Dude, I
blah.
hope it's Mike. I'm gonna text
So your
Mike.
TikTok?
Yeah, it's my TikTok. We fucking went viral.
Guys, we're blowing up live.
I text Mike to come. He's apologizing. But yeah, so like I put up this board, whatever, and I was like, my goal was to kind of define certain bands based off their image and sound. And so Weezer's a really easy one because when I think of Weezer, I think College Dropouts, I think surpassing insecurity, and then ultimate confidence in performance, and like rock stars. Like it's very easy, like their look, you know, and everything when they came out. It's like they were Harvard dropouts. It was like the thing you always heard, and it was very easy to see that, you know, and it was a great branding thing. We did Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was like California, sex, drugs, fuck it, performances, like, but genuineness through all that. And then we put up Celestial, and it was like, all right, well, what's Celestial? And it was like challenging. Like we
Wait, ask Warren now.
yeah. What is Celestial?
Didn't mean to put you on the spot, Step Bro, but I'm actually curious.
That's a good question. Yeah, it is a little challenging. I feel like there's a consistency though through your posts, through a little bit of what we wear, just kind of like easygoing, loose, kind of like spacey vibes, but we also got a good balance of like being goofy but kind of like locking in when we need to. Yeah, but there's definitely like very individual, you know, aspect to it between all the you know, all the players. So
Dude, it's challenging.
Yeah.
As like a brand, and that makes sense because I don't think we had found it yet. Like the music, I think had it to an extent. Even the first album, it's really fun for listeners, I think too. There is a journey, like an arc through our album, and it makes sense. And the diversity between Neil and I writing that, I think, also came out, and it was a gamble, but it worked pretty well. Like I really enjoy how that album flows. And then now as we're making new stuff, like we have such a good idea of where we want to go. It's been a long building process, so all this makes sense. But I think you made a really good point of like individuals, because I think the biggest thing we came to is like people who are kind of lost and like misfits. You know, like the existentialism of the songs describes people who are like, they feel lost, but they're hopeful for the future. There's a lot of hopeful aspects to it. But the key thing to me was like, and this is what I said in the studio, I was like, I'm lost. Like, you know, I work a corporate job during the day, but all I think about is music. You know what I mean? Like I put 100% of myself into everything I do, but like I definitely feel lost when it comes to like, why am I writing the songs the way I do? It's because there's like a identity thing. You know, it's like I want to be this, but how do I get there? And like, who really am I? Like all this stuff. When I think of Flo, like traveled across the world, you're here now, you're figuring out producing, you're building your career, but like, there's an element of being lost there. With you, you're like super young. You just graduated. It feels like yesterday, at least for me. And like you're figuring out your career, like Fra, especially like Neil. Like if you look at all of us, like each one of us is like had this unique experience, and we're all still figuring it out in such a way, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, but like that's like the vibe I get, and I think that's what brings us together in a lot of ways. And it just makes so much sense with the music. And so how do you capture that in like brand and identity is the next challenge. But like you said, like let's not worry about the how. Let's just figure out like what is Celestial.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think we have to turn the 5 fingers into a fist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But dude, I don't know. Looking at that
It's
last
been
show,
like 3 minutes that I'm thinking about this, so I'm glad you guys liked it. That's it for me. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
No, I like that. Like my whole life, I remember. I'll get very personal here, I guess, but like growing up playing sports and like when I quit football, like it was like a huge fucking deal. And I remember like the friends I had, who I still am friends with to this day, like with my early young childhood friends, like being friends with those guys, they're like lifelong friends. But at one point in high school, I remember feeling like I just don't fit in with this like group of people. Like for some reason, like I didn't want to be popular. I didn't want to do like the things that everyone else was doing. I wanted to be in a band. Like I wanted to hang out with the stoners. I wanted to like go skateboard. Like I wanted to be different at that point in my life. And then in college, I had to like conform because like life is scary, right? It's like, okay, well, I have to become a very hard worker and something to make sure I don't like starve kind of thing. And then I get here and like it your whole life, like you can't run away from that. Like you have to pursue the thing that you're really called to do.
That's so funny because I had the opposite trajectory. Like when I was in middle school and high school, I really wanted to blend in, but I just, for the life of me, couldn't blend in, bro. I was not like excluded or anything, but everyone knew like, oh, this kid is like different, not in a good way. He's just like, this kid is like cool, but yeah, he has something different about him, and I was trying so hard to blend in. And when I got to business school, I just realized that, wow, like here, I really don't want to blend in. So I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and so it was like opposite of you in a way.
Yeah.
It's like so interesting. But I think the result, as you said, is the same. It's like, that you want to do something, in our case, like be part of a band or make music or, make art. But to go from like a very broad concept to like more and more defined is like such a long process. I mean, I think for most people.
Yeah.
For some people, it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to do that, that's it. But it's also so interesting because you take so many unexpected turns and twists and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah. The great thing is we're all friends. And that's what's so cool about it.
Are we?
I fucking hope so, dude.
I'm not friends with Francesco anymore. Too Italian for me. I'm just joking.
But like I think it just takes time. Any organic thing takes time.
Yeah.
I think like you made a good point. Like some people, it's just like really quick. They find their brand, they find their identity, and they just boom. And that's awesome. But I think that's really good in certain realms within art. I think like that can work very successful in certain things. But if you faked an indie band like Celestial and you did all branding, like all just like if you threw all the money in the world at Celestial and tried to make you guys are the next Imagine Dragons, like that guy said that one time, I don't think that would work. I think Celestial's journey is meant to be very organic, and there has to be a lot of growth individually and as a team for it to be the thing that it really stands for. Because it stands for something that is not just rock and roll, even though that's a major component of it. Mm-hmm. It stands for something more than just like existentialism. It literally stands for like a journey through life, and not to make it too deep, but like genuinely that is what it is. And so it makes so much sense that we're going to have our journey with this project where that will happen organically. Nothing can be forced. And when I talked to you, like when you first started playing with us, and for everyone, I've had this conversation with everybody except for Neil, pretty much, because I knew Neil. But I remember telling you, like, dude, like, you're an amazing player. Like, it would be such a fucking honor to have you as part of the project, but like only if you really want to be a part of it. Like, only if you really like it, because that is such a critical element. I mean, we could get by with just like, paying people to come in and jam and stuff, like no problem. But I think there's a real cohesiveness that has to build within a group project because, most of these fail, and so it's like there has to be passion behind it.
Yeah.
And my goal is like, if anyone has to take hits in life, like I hope it's me. Like with this project, like I'll take the hits, like I'll make it work, and we'll get there. You know what I mean? Like I don't want anyone to have to make major sacrifices for it to work. But there is always going to be a little bit of that in anything you do.
What about my weekly Friday date night with my girlfriend? Man? Now we have like rehearsals. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's horrible. My life is in danger.
Is she going to kill you? She come after your ass?
No, I don't think so.
She's
not in public. Not in public. No, I'm just joking. I think it's like it's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy that we had like those conversations because we were talking about it off air. That I think everyone can feel that like our society is reaching kind of like a turning point where it feels like everyone is kind of burnt out about everything, and you get like information and music and videos and smooshed into your face.
It's not even
nonstop.
And I think the thing is we've done it to ourselves because it's a drug.
It is.
Music was a drug. The same way like going to a movie. Imagine not having a TV at home and you get to go see a movie. Is that how you rock and roll? Is that how you live your life?
Yeah. Until I was like maybe 16, I had never had a TV in my house.
Yeah. So going to a movie was like such an incredible experience. God. Yeah.
Bro, it was like nuts. It was amazing. I loved it.
So then think of like getting an album. You have a record player.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been listening to the same records for the past 3 months. And you found a new record. Led Zeppelin just put out their first album. You've heard about it on the radio. And then you go get it. Like that's a whole fucking experience.
Oh, yeah.
And music was always this.
Yeah.
And then now it's just dopamine, and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like blended together, like you said, with like TikTok's music's a major component of it, but it's just a part of it.
The thing is, like, it's most things in life, like, I'm sure even people who are not musicians, if they listen to that, like, news is 24/7, nonstop, broken loop.
We're fucked.
Yeah, advertisement is the same. Everything is the same. Like, like, just the society wants you to consume everything all the time, all at once. It's like, I think a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed. I feel so overwhelmed these days.
Yeah, dude.
But I think it's like important to, I guess for us in our journey, it's a good moment to remind ourselves that, okay, like, it's not going to happen in 5 minutes. It's not going to happen in 5 months. But it's cool to do it with your friends, like no matter the outcome. I think we have the same feeling with the FM album that we're working on. Like we're putting everything in place to be able to have a really beautiful storytelling album that has like a nice identity that tells a story that everyone can, or like the most people possible can like listen to and enjoy with us and share with their friends, like make some memories with. We're doing all of that, all that we can. But at the end of the day, the result doesn't really matter because we are having so much fun doing it, It is the same with CLSTL.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, man, like when you're going to die, no one's going to ask you how many TikTok followers you had. But people are going to ask you like, oh, what's the coolest thing you did? Like, oh, what's your best memory? That's the kind of stuff that, I'm saying this for myself right now because I was like so overwhelmed the past 2 weeks. And it's like, oh, fuck it, that's life, man. Like a nice burrito, a nice cold beer, like a nice, I don't know, like football game with the homies.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That's life, man. Like at the end of the day, if it succeeds, it succeeds. Whatever. You just do your best, you move on.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I like that because I think a lot of people are chasing nostalgia. They're chasing comfort in a way that wasn't possible before. Oh, Mike Ray. What's up, dude? Dirty Mike.
What up, Big Black Bear?
Do you want to get a mic?
Up to you guys.
Yeah, just go grab. There's a mic on the white table in there.
Well, I got an interim mic from Flo, but yeah, I'll go look for one. One moment, please.
Yeah, there's a mic on the white table, and then there's cables. Just look for an XLR cable if you know what those are. Yeah.
He knows, bro.
Yeah. Just
Come
making sure.
on.
Just making sure. But what was I saying? That Dirty Mike came in and really changed the energy.
Change the mood.
Yeah.
Chasing nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chasing
yeah,
nostalgia. They're chasing comfort in a way. It's like, and I am guilty of this to an extent because I love watching like Halloween movies. I've seen a million times, and like, but the ultimate comfort. But in reality, it's like the rewarding shit is like getting up and building something.
Yeah.
You know, as dumb as it might look in the beginning, or as ridiculous as it might seem, or like, oh, I want to build a house. You know what I mean? If back in the day, like if you wanted to build a house, someone told you were crazy. Like you don't have to do that. You know, but you built a fucking house, and you know someone might have died in the process. Like, you know, you cut down a tree wrong.
Sorry, a log fell on Flo. We couldn't save him. You know, we could have saved his legs, but no point. You just like ended his suffering.
Dude,
Axed him.
the brutality of life was just unbelievable up to
Yeah.
this point, really. And it makes me feel like it's all coming to an end sometimes. Because, like, I think of, like, wow, how is this possible? How is this possible? How is this comforting? How is it this easy? Everything's this easy to survive. And we complain and bitch, and that's like a common thing people talk about. But truly, it feels like people need to build things. Like, that's how you become happy in life. And whether or not it becomes like this $1 million thing, whatever, like, I promise, like, build something. Like, I'm so proud of Celestial. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You know, our album came out in May. That's not long ago, if you think about it.
Wow. No, it really is not.
Like, no.
Hola.
There he is.
Attack on Titans.
So, Mike, I'm gonna talk you through this. It's pretty easy. Plug it in, and then there's a slider after you plug it in. Mike Ray, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Need make it. How was your sushi, dog? So talk into that real quick, and then turn that slider up. Turn that slider up. The fourth one.
How do I sound?
You sound beautiful, dog.
Yeah?
Heavenly.
Should I earphone it or go rogue?
You can earphone it, dude. Yeah, you got the headphones.
Raw
right there.
dog it, dog.
Oh, he's got the. You gotta be careful with that mic because it makes a lot of noise.
Noted. I
Just
see the
plug it
fourth
in.
port. Here we are. Plug.
Nice squatting technique, Mike.
Can't hear anything, though.
Turn that knob all the way to the right, the orange one.
Well, what do you know?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear
Here
yourself
we
now?
are. I sound angelic.
Oui.
Mike's hammered, everybody. I'm just kidding.
What are you talking
Sit
about?
here, sit
I
here.
had some sushi
Or
and
we
some
can
sake.
switch.
No,
Because I think you framed it where we're not going to see him there.
Okay. Yeah.
True.
Sit one
Oh,
by-
perfect.
Got to see the left side of
Ooh,
my
little big
face
brother.
profile.
We were
It's-
talking about this.
It's beautiful. It's
Yep.
like a Michelangelo sculpture.
You want one of these?
Michelangelic Jackson.
Exactly.
So yeah, Mike, we were just talking about like society today, like the importance of building something, and also like how we're just bombarded by dopamine. So like, I want to ask you because you're a great example of this. Because I think you do genuinely, you live a life in a great way where you appreciate things for what they are, and you actually have patience to do it. But like, how much music do you listen to in your car or like during the day?
So we talk about this where I say, like, you always tell me, like, you know, listen to podcasts, listen to info, just some sort of self-learning driven stuff. And I get that. I don't know why. I feel like I absorb better when I read it or I hear it in real life. I can't hear it pre-recorded or I can't hear it in, like, sound bites. My time in my car is always for just letting go and listening to music.
Dude, I love it too.
I need to apply that. Because I think like that's how I've been like rotting my brain the past 2 months.
It's not rot, though. I mean, I think it's a balance. I think if you
I think
inundate
for me
yourself
it is.
with, you know, info, self-help, you know, spoken dialogue stuff, it becomes excessive. Just like
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I probably could use more of that in lieu of my music experiences. But again, it's everything. You have to have a yin and a yang. I think a perfect example of that is like us, right? Last weekend, I had a really long week at work. What did we do? We unplugged.
Yeah.
We grounded ourselves. What did we ground ourselves with? A hike in the big forest.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We just went to unplug. There's no distractions, no digital anything. I mean, obviously we took videos and stuff, but just being out present in a natural setting, soaking in the sights and sounds, and just letting it be.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah.
it's really important. But that's why I like, dude, when I'm cruising with Mike, 120 fucking miles an hour down the 101, you madman. You see a silver
12 miles an hour.
I don't even want to say it. I was gonna say, if you see a silver bullet fly by you, I'm not gonna say your car type, but like if you see a silver bullet fly past you on the highway, just know it might be us. If you're in LA,
No comment.
dude, cruising. But you're always jamming great music, and like we've had such good times. Like I've shown you the front bottoms, I've shown you like punk music, turnstile, even like Prince Daddy and the Hyena, like just like blasting it in your car. Always good vibes. Like, and I think that's so important. And I try to make myself like listen to an album every time I go on a long drive, but so often I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna listen to like this Civil War book where I like retain 10% of the information. I just get bummed out. Like I'm just like, God, that many people died. Like holy shit.
I mean, that's grounding in some way, right? That's learning about the trials and tribulations of other people who didn't get to have such an easy time in existence.
I guess so.
But
I
balance.
just got a great band name idea. Should I reveal it? Reveal it?
Yeah.
Prince, Zaddy, and the Ice-T's. It's like a 90s R&B band.
That's nice. Have you ever heard Prince Daddy and the Hyena?
No, but
Dog.
I really want to hear it. Bro.
Dog. They
Like,
are.
I'm hooked.
Dude,
I'm completely
I have a
hooked.
hat that says Prince Daddy and the Hyena, and it is my favorite hat in the world, besides the one I'm wearing right now, Celestial. Which, by the way, you can get these. Just DM us on Instagram. There's currently in Neil's car. How convenient is that? Neil's in New York, and all our merch is in his car.
No.
You guys owe me a black hat.
I know.
And we have a logistics expert with us.
My suggestion is break said car window.
Blame someone else.
Expedite drop ship.
Hey, Neil,
of
I
goods.
passed by your house the other day. It seems like someone vandalized your car and left you a $35 tip for the 700 hats they stole.
Oh my God.
I think we have 50 hats. Like,
Wow.
legitimately.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, we have 50 shirts. I know that. Maybe it's 30 hats.
Is
We
it
have-
true? I heard the first 3 people to comment on this video get a free hat.
Ooh.
Yeah, comment on Spotify.
I like it.
Comment on
It's going to
Spotify.
be me.
Thank me later.
I'm going to start putting the videos on Spotify, too.
Yeah, you can do it.
Do
Yeah,
that.
it's
I didn't
really
know.
easy. I didn't know. I thought it was hard. And then, like, I saw it the other day. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh,
Why have I not done that this whole time?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Nice.
yeah, so Prince Daddy and the Hyena, I found them. This is also another cool thing I think is we should pursue at some point. If we want to make an EP, find another band to make an EP with where, like, you can even play on the tracks, like play on each other's tracks to an extent. But they did this thing. It was called 420, like happy hour or something like that. And it was Prince Daddy and the Hyena, Mom Jeans, and then Kississippi. And Kississippi does like really light, like soft singing. But they had a song where they did Prince Daddy and the Hyena. And I remember hearing it and like literally tearing up. It was so perfect, like punk, emo, basement rock. And they're called Prince Daddy and the Hyena because the lead singer sounds like a fucking hyena. He's like, "Ah," like he just.
that's so cool.
But it's natural. It's not like screamo, and it's just like fucking incredible. But I remember like the most I've ever bonded with someone without knowing them whatsoever is when we went to that Belmont show in Highland Park, and this dude's like, "Is that a Prince Daddy hat?" And I was like, "Where are you?" Like that's like my best friend. If you like, Prince, he's like, "Oh, I know those guys. Yeah." He's like, starts. Of course, he knew him. He's like working the merch table for Belmont, and it was just so cool. But I've never seen them live. And it was devastating. I was supposed to see him twice, and like one got canceled because of COVID. And then I used to like DM them on Instagram, and they'd reply to everything. I was just like, "Oh my god, they're so cool!" But yeah, they're an amazing band. I gotta take you down like the Midwest emo road someday.
yeah.
There's some amazing music,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I got so fucked up the other day because I was watching when I was mixing the In the Stars stuff, or not In the Stars, but like our performance from Licorice Pizza, which by the way will be available somehow. Either it's gonna be Bandcamp, Patreon. Somehow we'll make it available for people to be able to listen to the recording from our last show at Licorice Pizza. We'll also probably put the videos on YouTube, but like for audio's sake only, we'll have a way for you can find it.
High quality.
But as I was mixing that, I was like trying to find references, and I found this reference of the Front Bottoms playing this festival, and they come out. This is probably like 2016 or something, so like right when they hit their peak, I would say. And Brian Sello, the lead singer, is just like this big goofy dude. He had like a buzz cut at the time. And they're all like barefoot, just having the time of their lives. You can tell they're just like, fuck yeah, this is what it's all about. And he comes out, they play their first song, which is Au revoir. You know what I think's really
Au
sad?
revoir.
Great song.
Au
And
revoir.
they play that, and then as they're going into the next one, he just grabs a Miller Lite and chugs it, just bombs it. And he's just like, fuck
Hell yeah.
sets it down, and then they just crush it. He's like screaming the whole time. It's like performance-wise, like if you were to judge the performance on like just quality, you'd be like, like that's okay. But yeah, well, maybe not that, but whatever. You'd be like, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, like whatever. But when you see it, like when you put everything together, I literally like was talking to Ellie, and I remember telling her like, I was like if I don't get to do this, you might as well just kill me now. Like there's nothing in the world that looks cooler than that right there. Like nothing has ever made me feel like that. Like scoring a touchdown, whatever. I mean,
I have a question for the audience about that. Do you guys, like as a listener, if you go to a show, would you rather see like a perfect set with like no mistakes at all, but the energy is kind of like, you know, like musicians and singers are like really focused on their thing and it's, you know, it's perfect, but it's like lacking a little bit of fire, or something like kind of sloppy, but like completely bombastic energy?
Clearly the latter. That's never an answer.
Yeah.
It's not correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Warren?
First.
First, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask the question. Can you guys like expand each like on the whys and hows?
Bombastic, spur of the moment, spontaneous to me, screams genuinism. Genuinism? Is that a word?
It is now.
Yeah. It's just human. That's all. I want to see that. Because that's what got you to where you are, or where you get to that point.
John?
Oh, dude. I mean, I am all for energy. And that's why I always tell you, like, when you say, like, oh, I didn't perform that well, whatever, like, to me.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't perform well.
Oh, I didn't play that well. That's what
Yeah.
I meant. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Performance is, you're an amazing performer. All of it. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm
You
getting
heard it
better.
here first.
But, like, the band, like, you guys are incredible performers. I think Neil and I need to work on it for sure. And it's different, I think, being, like, front. I think there's a slight difference there.
Major.
You have a lot more pressure.
difference.
Let me fucking tell you, boys.
Oh,
I'm gonna get really fucking good at it because I enjoy it so much.
I believe
now.
you.
And like I think each show I've gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
But like, dude, there's nothing to me that like feels more like human, that actually like feels like the way nature meant good to feel, than like seeing a band just go fucking nuts. Like just really enjoy it. Like they work their whole life to get there. Why would you not look like why would you not look like you're having the most fun you've ever had? You know what I mean? Like
And letting loose.
yeah, it's
feel that
raw.
expression.
There's
and
this
that.
old video of Mike Ness from Social Distortion. I always bring up Social D, but like they're like my first love in music. Where like this is probably the days he was doing heroin. Okay, so like that's a factor. But they're like playing in this disgusting club, you know, West Coast punk back in like the 80s. And Mike Ness just starts playing, and he just starts like freaking out, like literally like on the ground, like rolling around, like, and like he's doing commentary. He's like, you just sometimes like there's like a buildup of energy, and you have to let it out. And in punk rock music, you can let it out. And it's just him like literally madmaning on the ground. Now that probably sounded horrible, but to be there would have been like, wow. And that's not any show. You can't do that every show, obviously.
Yeah.
But if the energy's there, and I would put some blame on crowds, because I think it's really difficult to like not receive energy
Of course.
back. But it's professional
It's
too.
self-perpetuating. Yeah.
But it's professional to put on the performance as if you're receiving that energy. You have to like be able to do that, because any show, there could be one person that could like fall in love with your music and you guys. So you always have to put on.
You got to start the ball rolling. You got to get that catalyst moving, and then
Yeah.
it starts to soundboard. And yep,
It's up to you, you know,
Yep,
as the
I agree.
performer. Give them the chance.
I agree.
Warren, contrasting opinion.
Yes. Your former perfectionism.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I would just rather view someone who's the best, because that's so rare. In music, there's no best, but in a lot of other things there are. For example, I've been getting into chess, and just
Right.
like watching Magnus play the world is like foolish. It's like, this isn't fair. How, like, and how did he become that? What makes him that? What does he do differently?
Wow.
And in a lot of things, if you're going to go power lift, obviously the guy that's 6'8", Brian Shaw, is probably going to lift more than you. But in music and a lot of these other like chess, it's harder you can't really see that someone else's brain is more like adapted to pick up music quicker. So it seems more even. And it's like, okay, how is this person getting to this elite level when I'm not? Because if I just want to go see Energy, I can just go into that crazy bar, me, you, and Frauen, and like anyone can do that more or less. And I guess maybe with a rock band, that is the only exception where I would prefer the Energy. It's just kind of like part of the culture, part of the experience, and it's more of like a two-way thing. But in a lot of other genres, even like metal, for example, I just would really like to. Especially if I'm paying for it and I'm going out of the way, I like to spectate kind of like an
Greatness.
elite greatness.
I have a point of clarification. So I think the delineation between your perspective and my perspective is and maybe I'm wrong, but when you listen to music, are you looking for like songwriting, or are you in what way are you like feeding off of the songwriting as a component? Because you can make a perfect composition, but if the songwriting doesn't have an element of whatever it is that makes you fall in love with it, you know what I mean? Or is it to you like someone could just play the most perfect thing that's so executed so well that you'll still appreciate the same way you would any other good song?
That's a good question. I mean, for me, the thing that I notice the most, which is kind of unique to musicians, I think, especially people that do it full time, is more of like trying to get out of the whole analytical thing and just enjoying what you would naturally enjoy. But it's like for 10 hours a day, my whole job is to find mistakes in music, and it's like the smallest thing will take me out of it now. Wow. So I guess it's less of a songwriting thing, but it's just like, okay, I can hear this is like done poorly, or this was misplayed, or this was mixed bad, or whatever. And it's like, I wish I could ignore it because I would rather just feel the songwriting or feel the whatever, but yeah, I can't really anymore.
We need one of you in the band.
Yeah.
Like you need someone like that.
Sure.
That's great. I'm happy to have you talk.
Actually, when I was listening, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just say, but here's my other. Again, I'm just ranting to my brain, but you can still have a passion, energetic vibe without being perfect or imperfect, right? They're not mutually exclusive,
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Ideally, you would have both.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that was my next question for you. For your model, do you have a band or a group or a example that you have in mind that would exemplify that for you?
Actually, a lot of the metal bands really do. They put on good shows in every way: lights, performance, technicality.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
I think it might be one of the most mature genres for performance and quality of play.
Yeah, for sure.
It's unbelievable, those guys. Like, you should listen to the Suicide Silence podcast. They have a really cool podcast. They bring people on and they play. It's like what I dream of the Celestial podcast being one day.
No way.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Although I think they started after us. I'll be honest.
Wow.
Could be wrong. But when I first saw it, it was very brand new, and now it's blown up. And I'm
Steep
just like,
bell curve.
and I'm like, I saw it coming.
I saw it coming.
Longer journey, that's all.
You heard it here first.
Well, they're legends. Suicide Silence is legendary.
Interesting.
I saw them in LA. It was really cool. Flo, you had a point. I didn't want to forget.
Yeah, I had a point, but like kind of irrelevant. But I have like a follow-up question, since we're on the whole like social media train and everything. Because, okay, I hear, and it's been demonstrated, that, out of 4, like 3 of us, like we would gravitate towards like a energetic performance over like a technical perfect performance. Do you think, because for example, like when you go see a pop show, like I'm sure when people went to see Led Zeppelin back in the day, they were going to see because, okay, John Bonham is going to take a 17-minute solo. It's going to be like blow my mind. And Jimmy Page is going to play like Stairway to Heaven. It's like an incredible guitar. But they're also like mostly there for the energy. I'm like 100% sure that like 90% of the crowd was there for that. Do you think like our perception of like being correct, being wrong, is changing because everything is filmed now, like all the time. You know, because I definitely feel it as a musician. That sometimes I'm like, wow, I hear this crazy feel in my head, but they would be like 98% of my ability. But I see like 17 iPhones pointed on me right now. So do I like take my like high risk, high reward chance? But if I mess it up, especially as a drummer, I will wreck this show single-handedly. Or do I just play to like 65% of my ability and keep this ship afloat? I really feel it. So I'm wondering, like, do you guys as performers feel the same? Do you, Mike, feel like when you go to events, you see kind of this shift? Sorry, it's a deep question, but
Yeah,
Great question.
It is. I definitely think it probably does affect people's psyche and how they need to perform. What my response to that would be, even as a non-artist, is...
Oh, no, sorry, let me clarify. My question was like, do you think people who go see shows look for different things now, maybe?
I do not. I try not to.
Yeah?
I try to look at it in my own eyes, not the eyes of an artificial / re-recorded medium that allows me to interpret things multiple times if I want. I just want to experience it then and now, that moment. Because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. And do you feel like around you...
Depends on the person.
Yeah, do you think it's like just...
I don't know. Can't speak for other folks. That's me, though.
Yeah.
I would like to think that most folks are like me, but I don't know.
I don't think so. You're a special kid, Mike.
Maybe.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to quality of performance. And that's a combination of many different things. I just want to see someone play their heart out, enjoy it. But as a performer, I haven't done it enough in front of big crowds to like feel any sort of feeling of like, oh, I'm being recorded. I also know what those videos look like. And I'm just kind of like, even if I fuck up majorly, it's like, oh, it's my band. Like I'm allowed to fuck up majorly in my band and I'll make it up. Like, well, this is going to be a good show. I practiced enough. If I forgot to breathe for a minute and all of a sudden I don't know where I am and I fuck up a couple chords, I'm like, whatever. You know, if I forget words, shit, that's a shitty feeling. That's a terrible feeling. But but taking risks, I don't know, man. I think it's just it's like what's fun right now. What feels fun? What feels celestial right now? What feels like? Do I feel like talking? Do I feel like just going into the next thing? Do I feel like just looking at you and being like, yo, go? Or like,
go.
You know, like whatever it is. Like, I think I just, like, I try as hard as I can to live in the moment. And the best thing you can do, I think, in any high pressure situation, whether you're giving a speech or you're performing in front of people, like, it's just like be in that moment and do what feels right to you. And then look back and laugh, get on a podcast, talk about it.
That's right.
You know, like, what makes you great is all of that. You know, it's a lifetime of doing that and finding out what felt good to you in the moment. Dude, fucking Grateful Dead. You know what I mean? Like, all they did was take risks. Their entire sets. Yeah. And everyone's unique. And there's tons of mistakes. And there's tons of things that are wrong. But it was the Grateful Dead. You know? Yeah. So I think it's like...
Do you feel like a lot of people listen to Grateful Dead? Like a lot of young people, young.
Actually, surprisingly, I think there is a pretty big young crowd. And I think a lot of it has to do with John Mayer.
Yeah?
Yeah. My brother got into Grateful Dead when he was 17. Like majorly in the Grateful Dead. So he was like, dude, he would sit me down. I would be at like my dad's place, like in the country, and we'd be chilling out back, drinking too many Miller Lights. And he'd be like, bro, just listen to this song. Just listen to this. Like, I promise. Like, because I never really liked him that much. And he'd be like, I promise. Just like, and he'd be like, oh, dude, like it's so good. Like that gave him that feeling. You know, music is, I think, right now eternal more than ever, because of streaming. So you have access to like old music and being exposed to that in a way where it's cool. Like all the kids at like Katya Janie was on this podcast a while back, who needs to come on again. She was at UC Davis. They're all like classic rock cover bands up there. And they all, you ask them like, what do you listen to? And they say like Led Zeppelin or like The Who or whoever, you know what I mean? Like it's all these classics. So I don't know. I forget my point. Warren, you go ahead and answer that question because.
Even though you explained it twice, I'm confused. As an audience or as a player?
Both. I was saying, like, my main question was as an audience, but because as an audience, I will never feel that way. I just go to see a show. But I know that as a performer, it has changed my optics. So I wonder if it's the same for people when they go listen to shows. Like, do you look for other things? Are you already looking for perfection? So I guess, it doesn't really change much, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I'm playing, I see it a lot. Like the other day, I'm playing just this background gig in a unnamed Italian drummer. Dude, anytime. I mean, we're just playing like simple stuff, whatever, dreams or whatever.
yeah. Anytime
I look over, and then I look over the other way, and I see a little iPhone, and he's side-eyeing it. I'm like, of course. And it was so consistent throughout the whole night. It was like if I ever heard something weird, I look up, and I see the drummer looking at a recording, and I'm like, okay. So it's honestly like the opposite of what you said, but same thing where it's affecting the performance in an unnatural way that wouldn't have happened without a recording.
I mean, there's limits to everything. If they're obviously sloppy, they're sloppy. But
Right, yeah.
No, yeah, of course.
I have a tolerance for mistakes.
Sure.
What's crazy is our past 2 shows have been recorded. Like with like early on, like we're not, like we've it's pretty high quality recordings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you've been able to do just fine.
It's felt. I didn't even think about it.
Exactly.
Like, did not even fucking think about it for a second. Also, Tom was invisible. The angel that Tom is, just floating like a ghost. Dude, did such a good job.
And he wore black too. That helped.
and also he's a massive dude, so that's even more impressive. No, but you know what I mean? He's not like a 14-year-old kid that's like this high.
No, he's jacked. Yeah.
Bro, he's like super tall, super like muscled up.
Yeah.
Like it's miracle
But he
that
flows
he can
like a river.
even through this crowd.
I just want to talk about Tom. Tom is such an angel, man. Like he's that. Like if you see him, you think he's like this tough guy, and then you talk to him, and he's like so into the art of everything. Like he's such a kind, like just a beautiful person, and he's so passionate about it, and like he's one of my favorite people to be around. And there's no one in the world I'm rooting for more than Tom. Like, I'm just like, go get him, dude. And I see his videos. He's crushing it on TikTok.
Yep.
Like, thousands of likes. I'm just like, damn, dog. He's doing really high-quality shit. Mostly sports. But yeah, I haven't been affected at all by the videos. I think one thing that's been interesting about us is our past 2 shows have been super intimate. Like, Licorice Pizza, no stage. We're, like, right in front of people. And then the hotel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Locked in a room.
Bro, that hotel show was so fun. I look back at those videos, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Warren was crushing it on piano that night.
Couldn't see anyone, but it was no pressure
Use
at all.
the fancy mirrors on the wall.
I know, I was trying. I could see in the reflection of the piano, like someone staring. I'm like, oh.
Dude, the most frustrating thing about that was people kept like wanting to come in, and then they would see there wasn't seats, and they were like, "Oh, no."
It was very small, unfortunately. Yeah, that was the only critique. I thought you guys would be on the rooftop. I had no idea what they had planned for you, but I did not expect that small room.
They told us it was that room.
Okay.
But the people who were there were super cool. They were like,
they
like
really enjoyed it.
It was very conversational.
Yep.
Beautiful, and yeah, we sang pretty well. That was a good one. I like. Oh yeah, Licorice Pizza. We have to figure this out. If they want us to go do a acoustic thing in the back, they call it like the. It's so funny. Jake's like, you guys should do the Pizza Wagon. I was like, well, what the fuck's Pizza Wagon? He's like, oh, it's the back of the Licorice Pizza spot. We have like a building back there. You guys should come do an acoustic set. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. He sent me a video of like someone else doing it. And I was like, come on, dog.
They have a whole operation going on over there.
I wonder if they're trying to become like a label.
Maybe, yeah. But it's very, I'm really enjoying, and I will keep enjoying, like, watching them develop their thing, because it's so rare these days to me that, like, smaller venues like this take risks and, like, put something in place where, like, artists have a place to go and, like, do some actual cool shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
No, they're a gem. That's why I think we caught, like, the perfect timing with them, too, before it becomes undoable or ruined. It's going to go 2 ways. You know what I mean? Like, it could be like, you know what I mean? I don't even want to say
I don't think it's going to be ruined. I think they're, like, too genuine of, like, a group of people to
I
do
agree.
that.
I agree. Yeah.
They just really enjoy music, you know.
Did you see Jake's pick of the week for an album? It was on the page.
It was Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, I saw it. So cool.
Bob Marley greatest hits. I was like, dude, that's a good vibe right
Can't
there.
beat that.
No way, dude.
No way, Jose.
It's good stuff. All right, what else? What the fuck else? I think we've done pretty good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. What else we want to talk? Oh, wait, what time is it?
9:10.
Officially, Better Days by myself is out.
Hey! Hey, man, congrats.
Yeah. I'm
That's
excited.
amazing.
My first ever self-produced and self-mixed project I've ever put out,
Hell yeah.
which I'm very excited about. So go listen to Better Days.
Let better days.
It's a good song. It's folky. It's a fun one. There's an accordion in it, which I'm very proud of.
Hell
Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah, listen to Better Days, Celestial. We'll have some show announcements coming soon. Trying to plan something for like mid to late October, probably late October. And yeah, listen to FM Experiment, Aristotle Jones, Long Face, incredible song, super cool, kind of like underground rap inspired, but like very modern and like just a true musical, like a genuine musical expression. Like, if that makes sense. Like, nothing was cheated. There was no shortcuts at all. To me, when I hear it in the production of that song, it's very well made and like it has a lot of depth to it.
And you can hear me play guitar.
Ooh, I didn't know that. That's really
Ballsy.
cool.
It's a bonus.
You play guitar on a couple Celestial tracks.
That's
On
true.
Distance, you play
Yeah,
guitar.
that's true.
Yeah. Warren, you got anything you want to add?
Don't think so. Don't think so, man.
But thanks for coming, dog. You're the man.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. It's exciting stuff. Mike, anything you want to add? Got any
No.
Ray Vision coming anytime soon?
Dude, my new job is so drowning me. I don't know when that's going to start up again, but we'll just say indeterminate. I do want to know, though, because I'm sure you may have talked about this on this episode. Awake? When's Awake coming out?
Halloweeny.
Halloween.
Halloweeny.
I'm really looking forward to that. Everyone on this podcast,
Yeah.
all the listeners, that's a great song. I put it up right up there with Distance. It's an excellent piece.
Excellente.
Yep.
Yeah, it just depends on how quick we get through Neil's song and if we want to release that before.
What's Neil's song?
Never knew. We started the production
Never
on
knew.
a new song right before he left. We did a pre-production meeting. It's a good
Oh,
song. I'm
okay.
excited.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
we can
song.
go a lot of different directions with it. It's going to be very, very fun to produce this one. I'm excited.
The
with a
band keeps
documentary.
on churning.
Dog, we don't stop.
Good.
We don't stop.
Good. Don't. I like it.
I can't take breaks.
All
Peace
right.
out, everybody.
Ciao, beans.
Love you.
Bye.
We are celestial beings. You are not alone. There is